And what's your favourite 60-second grounding practice for panic? We've just been laughing, but say you're in a panic. What's your favourite 60 seconds for panic?
Breath.
Breath.
You notice when people panic, the breath just changes.
Yeah.
And then they start sweating.
Yeah.
Yes. And then they get so uncomfortable and nervous. The first thing is breath. Pranayama.
Yeah.
That is the secret. Just start the breath from the diaphragm in and out and in and out. And that will save you.
Yeah.
You know, with my children, I remember that they would go into tantrums when they were very young. You cannot smack a child. You can't. What's the purpose?
Yeah.
All you do is grab the child and breathe.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they get to
They start
your
to
breath
relax.
and they're calm. And then scold them later.
She's joking.
I said scold, not spank.
And then on the topic of panic, how do you use yoga to practice or to process, grief or heartbreak? So how do you use yoga to
Ooh, gosh,
process?
that's a very important one for me. I tell you why. I very sadly lost my husband last year. And it was an unexpected passing. And I was not prepared. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like somebody that you knew that had an illness and that you were expecting it. Well, you never expect it. I
Yeah.
don't mean it like that. I mean that at least you were somehow prepared. Well, I was definitely not prepared. And grief is a very funny animal. It's like a wave that just comes over you and you can't control it at all. Like one minute you're laughing and the next minute you're like
crying.
sobbing.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, my gosh.
And don't you find it always catches you in the supermarket?
In the most inopportune places. Somebody says something,
Yeah.
it's not even to you.
Yeah.
And you're bawling. And so I actually went through this process. And I thought to myself, just let it be. Just let it be. But don't get it to a point where you start spiraling.
Yeah.
Because you can.
Yeah.
And then, so what I would do for myself, and I think that yoga really helped me a lot by understanding how to do it, having the tool to actually do it. Because a lot of people just don't have tools and then they spiral out. So basically, I cried a lot and then I felt better.
Yeah.
But I didn't go deep into negative thinking.
Yeah.
So I kept myself positive with the positive thing that yoga always gives you.
Yeah.
Positive thinking, yes, it was better for him. He went peacefully, sort of bringing the positive nature of grief. Because what happens is that you can start spiraling. Yeah. So I kept it to the point where I let out the grief because it's an emotion that you need to let out. Because that's one of the main principles of yoga is to actually not keep and bottle because you just become sick. Yeah. And to learn how to regulate emotions. And that's one of the big questions that we have that yoga is very successful with the emotional being, the emotional.
I mean, I go to classes now and there's sad music on. I'm crying. I can't deal with sad music.
Yeah. So the thing is that keep positive and that positive nature of what yoga brings you. Because when you do yoga, as you know, you are a positive person.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to get me down.
Yeah.
No. Answer's no. I listen, I'm very patient, and then whoever is confiding in me, I try to let them understand what is the bright side or the positive side, because I do believe that there's always a silver lining.
Absolutely,
in everything.
And that's such a nice way to think, and you obviously give that on to your students when they come to your classes, but yoga is positive. It's nothing that, you shouldn't feel that you're incapable on the mat. You should feel really good on the mat, shouldn't you?
Exactly. And I love the off the mat conversations.
Yeah.
What used to happen to me is that I always lingered after my classes because that's when the questions begin.
Yeah.
And I pretend that I'm putting my, cassette away and like tying my shoe or doing something. And all of a sudden you see the line.
Yeah.
One by one.
And it's so nice as well, because when you're teaching and the students come up to you, you must enjoy that kind of, you're teaching them, and then after they've got all those questions for you.
I love it. And, being a teacher is the greatest gift you can be. Mm-hmm. It's so fulfilling. And that's why I've just never, ever stopped.
Yeah.
And even though I'm at a cocktail party, having my champagne.
You're still doing tree pose, right?
The questions.
Yeah.
I literally get put in a corner, but I love it.
Yeah.
And it's brought me the greatest joy. And that's why I will never stop teaching.
I mean, you look amazing. What is your secret? What's the one pose you will do for the rest of your life? What one pose would you recommend?